industry. Okay, when the music industry was really kicking, it was all the way, I would say, through the year 2000. Once the year 2000 hit, everything started falling apart and things was going downhill. And, I sat at a big meeting at Universal with the CEO and, 20 other people. We sitting at this big table, we all sitting down, and CEO asked us a question, he said, what can we do to increase our music sales? Nobody said nothing for 2 minutes. Everybody biting their teeth and chewing their nails, thinking they're going to lose their job and stuff, they're afraid to speak, right? And so, you know what, I got up out of my chair and said, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to let them know the truth and the real, and if they don't want to listen, it's on them, but I'm going to give them the answer, how to fix it. I let them know because I seen it coming before it happened. And I let them know, I said, look, okay, first of all, to address that question, I'm going to let you know this, okay. First, there is not going to be an increase in music sales. And he was like, well, why is that? I said, I got to jump on two things, and these are two of the biggest things that's why it's really going to kill the music industry. I said, one is I got to jump on the A&Rs. A&Rs is sitting there behind the desk. They're looking at numbers, bringing in people. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that and stuff like that. But guess where the real talent's at? It's out in them streets. You ain't going to find no more Michael Jackson. You ain't going to find no more Tupac. You ain't going to find no more Biggies. You ain't going to find none of that unless you get out in them streets, because that's where the real talent is. In the artists, I know I could just come out to, like, let's say you do a show. I could bring you 10 of the coldest rap artists or R&B artists you'd ever hear in the game, straight off the top, that'll blow any of these artists off the map, straight up. But they don't want to listen. They were like, well, that's the A&R's job. I said, well, okay, if you want to let them run it like they doing now, they're not going to have no Aretha Franklin no more. It's all these legendary artists. We're not going to have these legendary artists. We barely have a hold of some of the artists that we have now, I mean, Jay-Z, I got to give him mad respect because he's a smart businessman, and he's in the game. He's been there a long time, and I got to give him mad props to him, And, you don't have a lot of people like that where you can say, yo, this is what I grew up on it, and they still here. You don't have that. So they didn't want to listen to that. Okay, so I gave you the answer to that. Okay, now my next thing I'm going to tell you about is that I'm going to jump on the producers. I mean, you can have Scott Storch and all these big producers, A-game list producers, produce tracks. If you listen to tracks, especially in the 90s and stuff going through the 2000s, a lot of those tracks that were produced, they were hits by A-list producers. But what happened over the course of the years, everything started sounding the same. And I'm asking the people out in the streets, because I keep my ears to the street, say, hey, what you think about this album? How you like it? Hey, you know what? I listened to this album 2 weeks later. I threw it out the window. I said, why is that? I said, everything sounds the same. It's no originality to it. It's no substance to it. So I let them know, hey, you got to give some of these other producers a chance. Maybe it's somebody you don't know and never even heard of, but they a cold producer. I know some of them producers that's like that. They work real hard, and they can produce some real cold tracks, but they didn't want to listen. So that's why they now 70% or more in the hole since 2000. I gave them the answer, but they didn't want to listen. So if they don't want to listen, if they're listening now, better take a listen, because I let you know back in 2000, you got an opportunity to turn this thing around, but if you don't want to listen, hey, the game ain't never going to change.